really important to get big brands like Coke involved. There's a few reasons. First of all, we operate in 206 countries around the world, so we see initiatives when they go well or badly. We've got a good view of what best practice looks like. That's important. Secondly, we bring scale. So when we get involved in a project, in an initiative, it has much bigger impact than if lots of little companies get involved. So when a big business gets really behind something, it makes a big difference. And recycled plastic in the food business, I think, is a really good example of that. So those are two really important reasons. The other reason why it's important for me that businesses get involved is that my customers really expect me to. You know, they have a very high expectation of businesses like Coke, and we've got to try and live up to those expectations. We have a couple of targets. The first target is that we aim as a European business to be net neutral by 2040, and we're reducing our greenhouse gases by 30% by 2030. So that's our internal targets. That drives a lot of activity that we have in the factories, in our distribution chain, back with our suppliers. So it creates a momentum in the business. Those targets create a momentum. So if I just took one example, our biggest factory in the UK is at Wakefield. And at the back of Wakefield, we've got a big solar farm, which provides a lot of the energy for the factory. So the thing that really struck me about COP26 was less the NGOs and the government being there, but it was all the passionate protesters that really struck me at COP26, because they were kind of insistent and they were there all the time, and the passion that they brought, I hope it translated into the room. It's certainly the thing that inspired me most when I came back to the business, because you kind of see XR, people like XR on TV, but I'd never really spoken to them, and I stopped to speak to some of them. The passion was amazing, and I just think it just energizes everybody to try a bit harder, and that's what we did. That's what I took away from it, to try a bit harder.